Once upon a time with Winnie the Pooh, a Disney treasury of favorite nursery tales and rhymes. A very small someone chases the Heffalump from Rabbit's garden, based on the ram in the chili patch. Great garden long ears, Tigger admired Rabbit's neat rows of vegetables. "Thank you, Tigger," said Rabbit. "I do try to take care of it." "Say, you would better watch out for those garden stomping Heffalumps," warned Tigger. "Garden stomping Heffalumps?" cried Rabbit. But before he could ask his bouncy friend about the garden stomping Heffalumps, Tigger had bounded off into the forest. "Oh dear," said Rabbit. He had worried about rain and soil and sun, but he hadn't worried at all about garden stomping Heffalumps. He had a lot of catching up to do. He was still worrying when he went to bed that night, which is how a garden stomping Heffalump hoofed and heffed right into his dream. And how Rabbit discovered exactly which friend to call when you have Heffalump trouble. Rabbit's dream began just like any ordinary rabbit day. He put his hoe over his shoulder and went out to do his gardening. He was humdy-dumming happily along when he looked up, and there before his eyes he saw a great big Heffalump stomping his favorite carrot patch. "Heffalump, Heffalump, get out of my carrot patch!" cried Rabbit, but the big Heffalump would not budge. Rabbit sighed sadly. He did not know what to do. He marched up bravely and prodded the big Heffalump with his hoe. "Go, go!" he cried. But the big Heffalump would not budge. Instead, he gave a hoofing huff with his trunk and blew poor Rabbit right out of his garden. Before long, Winnie the Pooh came along and saw him. "Why are you so sad, Rabbit?" he asked. "Because a Heffalump blew me out of my garden," said Rabbit. "He wants to stomp my carrot patch." "Wait here, Rabbit," said Pooh, "and I will see if I can get him out." "Heffalump, Heffalump, get out of that carrot patch!" called Pooh. "You fluffy bear, what are you about? Go away or I will blow you out!" cried the Heffalump. "If you come out, I will get you a pot of honey," Pooh offered. But the big Heffalump kept stomping. He hoofed and he huffed with that big trunk of his and blew poor Pooh out of the garden. Pooh sat down next to Rabbit. He did not know what to do. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The sound of the Heffalump stomping and chomping Rabbit's carrots made Pooh and Rabbit even sadder. It wasn't long before Tigger came by and saw them. "Hello, Rabbit." "Hello, Pooh," said Tigger. "Why are you so sad?" "Because a Heffalump is stomping and chomping my carrots," sighed Rabbit. "Never you mind," said Tigger. "Tiggers know what to do about Heffalumps in the garden." "Heffalump, Heffalump, get out of that carrot patch!" cried Tigger. "You stripy cat, what are you about? Go away or I will blow you out!" cried the Heffalump. Tigger crept up on the Heffalump, closer and closer, and then he bounced the Heffalump as only a Tigger can. But that Heffalump didn't budge. He hoofed and he huffed, and he blew poor Tigger right out of the garden. Tigger sat down next to Pooh and Rabbit. He did not know what to do. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit felt sadder than ever as they listened to the Heffalump stomping and chomping the carrots. Soon Eeyore came by and saw them. "Good morning, Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit," said Eeyore, "which I can see it isn't. Otherwise, why would you be so sad?" "No," sniffled Rabbit. "It's not a very good morning. A Heffalump is stomping and chomping my carrots." "Would you like me to try to get him out?" asked Eeyore. "Yes," said Rabbit. "Please try." "Heffalump, Heffalump, get out of that carrot patch!" cried Eeyore. "You long-eared donkey, what are you about? Go away or I will blow you out!" cried the Heffalump. Eeyore gave the Heffalump a mighty push with his head, but that Heffalump did not budge. He hoofed and he huffed, and he blew poor Eeyore right out of the garden. Eeyore sat down next to Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit. He did not know what to do. They were all sighing and sniffling when Piglet came along. "Oh dear! Eeyore, Tigger, Pooh, Rabbit, what's the matter?" he asked. "A Heffalump is stomping my carrot patch," said Rabbit. "Well," said Piglet, "if you could not get him out, I don't know how a very small animal like myself can do any better. But I will try." "Heffalump, Heffalump, get out of that carrot patch," said Piglet in his largest voice. "You little piglet, what are you about? Go away or I will blow you out," shouted the Heffalump. "Oh dear," sighed Piglet. Then the Heffalump gave a little huff and blew Piglet out of the garden, just like that. Piglet sat down next to Eeyore and Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit. He did not know what to do. Rabbit was beginning to think there wouldn't be a single carrot left in his garden when his smallest friend of all crawled up. "Why are you so sad?" asked Bug. "A Heffalump is stomping and chomping my carrot patch," sighed Rabbit. "I know exactly what to do," said Bug. "Really?" asked Rabbit. "How could one so tiny know what to do about a giant Heffalump?" "I will show you," said Bug. "Oh, little Bug," cried Rabbit, "if you can get that Heffalump out of my garden, I will give you a whole bushel of my finest carrots." "That's too much," said Bug. "I will give you half a bushel then," said Rabbit. "That's too much," said Bug. "A bunch," said Rabbit. "Too much," said Bug. "One," said Rabbit. "Too much," said Bug. "A slice?" asked Rabbit. "That would be nice," said Bug. And with that, the tiny bug crept into Rabbit's carrot patch. Little by little, Bug climbed up one of the big Heffalump's legs. He climbed and climbed and climbed until he got to the Heffalump's big behind, and then he bit him. The Heffalump danced and hopped. "Ouch! Ouch! Ouch! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! He bit me on the rear!" he wailed. And that Heffalump kept on dancing and hopping until he had hopped right out of Rabbit's carrot patch.